Hi, today in this video I will show you how to deploy a Node.js website on an Ubuntu server. I will be using Git to upload the project files to the onto the Ubuntu server. PM2 and NGINX will be used to serve the project files. I am using a GitHub repository of a basic Node.js website. You can also use this repository. I will share the link of this repository in the description of the video. You can also use your own Node.js project. You can see that the default branch of this repository is master. We need to change this branch to the main branch. As you know that GitHub uses main as the default branch, and when we try to upload using the main branch to the server, we face issues. So that's why we will use main branch to upload, so that we can resolve those issues. You can also use master branch too, and it doesn't matter. So let's try to change the branch name here. Git branch minus -m, previous branch name, new branch name. Previous branch name is master and new branch name is main. You can see that the branch name is changed. Now we need to access the server where we need to upload the project. You can use any type of VPS server. I have installed a Ubuntu server on my VMware machine. So let's SSH into this server. SSH. Username of my server is server, and the IP address is this. You can see that I have logged into my server. Now you need to navigate to this directory. Create a folder here. You can name whatever you want. I am naming my folder repo. Navigate to this folder and create another folder here. The name of the folder should be the name of your project .git. I am naming my project node project. Once the folder is created, change the ownership of this folder to your username. Sudo chown --r username, which is in my case is server, then the folder name. Once it is done, navigate to this newly created folder and run and initialize a bare repository of Git. Git init bare. So a bare repository is initialized in this folder. Now we need to the next step is optional. Is not optional. Actually, if you changed the branch name to main, then it is necessary. It is important. Otherwise, if your branch name is master, you can skip this step. So you need to run this command. Refs heads / the name of the branch, which in my case is main. Once it is done, go to this directory. If you don't find www inside the var directory, you need to install the NGINX using this command. You also need to install vim, which we will need to write some files. Then create another folder here with the name of your project and change the ownership of this folder to like server, not project. So now navigate back to the Git folder we have created earlier. And navigate to hooks folder. Now create a file post receive. The spelling should be the same. Press I to insert the code here. Hash exclamation mark bin sh git work tree, and the argument of this parameter should be the folder we have created now, which the path of that folder is this. Now you need to give another argument which value would be the this value var repo node project dot git. So let's give it this parameter project git. Make sure you do not make mistake here. Press escape and colon wq and press enter. The file would be you can see that the file is created now. Now you need to create make this file executable. To do that, run this command change mode plus x file name. You can see that the color of this file name is also changed, which means that the this is also executable now. So everything is done on the server side. Let's go to the development side, which is VS Code. Now we need to add a remote here. You can see that there is only one remote. We need to add another remote here. SSH, username of the server, IP address of the server, then the path of Git folder. Press enter. Make sure that the remote is added here. Now you need to push all files in this directory to the server. To do that, you need to run this command git push prod main. Prod is the remote name, main is the branch name. Press enter. Enter your password. It says that all files are pushed. Let's see that the files are pushed or not in the folder. You can see that files are successfully uploaded to the server. So we will see how this method of deployment is can be helpful in the future. Now for time being, we need to install Node.js and npm, and we will also install npm packages. So to install the Node.js, you need to Node.js and npm. You need to run this command Node.js npm, enter. So the following packages have been unmet dependencies. Hopefully you would not run into this issue, but if you do, like me, you need to install a package name aptitude press Y and enter. Once the aptitude package is installed, you will see the output like this. You can see that there are no errors installing of aptitude package. Now it is installed. You need to use aptitude for installation of npm. This process is optional and necessary only if you face the issue like me before. So if you don't face the previous issue like this error, then you don't need to run these two commands. Okay, so you only need to run these following commands if you face the error above. So once you have ran those commands, you need to check whether node is installed or not. It is not installed. Let me check again. Node.js. Now Node.js is installing. It is almost complete now. Now we can check again whether node. You can see that node is installed now. npm is still not installed. No, it is also installed. So you see that I try to install npm before node. That's why when I wanted to check the version of npm, it doesn't show me the version. So you need to install node before npm. So now I know that node and npm is working. So now what I need to do is go to the folder where I have saved my files and install all the packages. npm install. Now you can see that all of my packages are installed. There is a folder node modules. So now we need to install PM2. PM2 is necessary to manage the execution of node project. So let's set up the PM2 for our project here. We need to run this command start app.js, and we will name the project node project. You can see that our project is online. Let's see that which port it is running on. Listening on host plus port. The port it is running on is 3000. We need to check that whether it is working or not. So to check it, we can do this command http localhost 3000. You can see that curl is returning the HTML of the page, which means the Node.js project is running. You need to configure PM2 so that it can start on startup. So to do that, you can run this command and then you can save the configuration of PM2. You can see that the configuration is successfully saved. So now it is done. You need to go to this directory to configure to configure NGINX for routing. So we will copy the default and we will name these two and name this file to the name of our project directory. Okay, so which is node project. So let's change one thing. Go to node project. Instead of 80, we will access this website at 8000. So we don't have to remove default. Okay, so we also need to create a sim link. To do that, we will need to write full path of the node project file in this directory. Sites available, node project file, and I missed one argument, ln --s, and I will create this sim link at sites enabled. Okay, so press enter. Let's see that the sim link is created or not. You can see the sim link is successfully created. So whenever I will change the file inside sites available, the value this file will also change. So let's configure some things in that file. Sudo vi node project, and we don't need to write this line or this line. Okay, server name, you need to set the value of server name. For example, if you have set your server with the domain with some domain, you obviously did that. So you will write the domain here, which can be www.example.com. okay, so let's configure the server with this domain. So you also need to change these files too. Let's do that. You need these lines, copy paste these lines into your file too, and these line would be the same for you too. Okay, everything is done. So press escape :wq. Let's do one more change. As we are using domain for this configuration, we will also use port 80 for this server. As there are multiple configurations, and in the default configuration, the default configuration is the default server. So let's remove this default server text. Let's check that if there are any errors in the NGINX configuration. You can see that there are no errors, as the syntax is okay and the test is successful. So we need to reload the configurations into the NGINX. Once it is done, we should be able to access this website using inside a browser. But let's do that. But to go to example.com, I first need to set my domain to that IP address. So I will do that on my Ubuntu server. So here you can set the IP address with the example.com domain name. Okay, so let's save this and test it in our browser. Example, let's first check that the server is pointing to the same IP address. Let's test it. Example.com. Yes, it does. You can see the IP address here. Okay, so it is working fine. Let's check the website here. You can see that the Node.js project is working fine. So I don't know what type of logic is there in the project. It is working weird. Let's change these things. So you will see the this is the line which is making problems. Let's comment it out, and we will also make some changes here. Let's do deployments. So I have changed my file here. So now it is very easy to deploy this file. What I need to do is open terminal, run this command again, git push prod main, write the password. Okay, also now I also need to commit the change, so I need to commit the change to changed index.html file. Okay, git push region not region, prod is the remote of production server. So you can see that the change is successfully uploaded. Let's check it in our browser. Index.html. Let's do deployments. You can see that how easy it is to deploy the changes in 1 or 2 seconds. So this is the deployment of Node.js server. Thank you very much.